The common issue with adapting from written page to film is trying to fit all of the source material's complexity and nuances onto the screen. Aspects are inevitably lost in translation. But what do you do when the source isn't narratively complex? Well, simple. You adapt the visuals. The Dick Tracy comics are anything but complex. They feature a chisel-jaw detective in a yellow trenchcoat hunting criminals, and that's all you get. In their original form of monthly comic strips, they do exactly what they aim to: give simple entertainment. However, that simplicity becomes an issue when you try to adapt them into a film. Warren Beatty's 1990 adaptation attempts to faithfully translate the comics to screen, characters and all. The result is a film that narratively feels very basic yet overstuffed, understandably so, as it merges stories from decades of comic strips into one large plot. Where the film stands apart isn't the visuals. It maintains the comic's limited color palette, using it to drive its lighting and costuming. Tracy is played by Warren Beatty himself, donning the iconic outfit directly taken from the comics, though he is very naturally Warren Beatty, an approach that isn't taken for the film's villains. Tracy's longtime antagonist, Flat Top, is portrayed by William Forsythe under heavy prosthetics. The purpose is to emulate the comic's visual style, not only in its world but also in its characters, Flat Top being just one example. While not as significant in the comics as Flat Top, Alfonso Big Boy Caprice is the main villain of the film. Even Al Pacino is under layers of prosthetics, making him almost unrecognizable, a bold choice given his Hollywood star status. Though going back to the good guys, interestingly, the film's commitment to comic visuals doesn't apply to the good guys. Tracy's primary love interest, Tess Trueheart, much like Tracy himself, retains her actor's natural appearance. The same can be said for Kid, though in his case it could be said that putting a child under heavy prosthetics would be immoral. In fact, it seems the majority of antagonists in the film are in makeup and prosthetics so drastic it makes the actors almost unrecognizable. However, the supporting characters all primarily maintain their actors' appearances, something that seems to be intentional, as the antagonists all seem to be purposely unpleasant in appearance. Mind you, the same cannot be said for the film's world. The set and world design are full of vibrant color and detail, with strong and high contrast lighting that make it all quite literally pop. A subtle attention to detail the film displays is that the dominant colors are those of the comic's print. The result is a true unity in visual style. You can't mistake the film for anything other than Dick Tracy, though this creates a strange disparity between the film's world and its characters. The prosthetics on the antagonists to bring them closer to their comic appearance shows the same effort as the set design. However, when that doesn't extend to the protagonist and supporting characters, it creates discordant visuals. Particularly when the leading Warren Beatty doesn't bear much resemblance to the comic Tracy beyond hair color and physique. This causes the film's visual style to falter in portraying the comics, as it feels as if they only went halfway. Had the film continued its attempts of visual loyalty, it would have stood out as one of the most ambitious comic adaptations, with a truly unique level of ambition to portraying the comics in live action. Instead, the film falls flat in portraying the comics' stories, and falls flat in truly displaying the comics' art design. To wrap my point up nicely, Dick Tracy is a film that sets out with very strong approaches to its visual language in adapting the comics to screen, an approach that is done at such a scale unseen in films during that time period, though it falls short in fulfilling its potential, leaving the film, while striking, a mere fraction of the visual spectacle it could have been.